Was that? Oh. At Stockton University's campus in Atlantic City. Welcome to AC Live on Community Day. We are joining you on this beautiful April day from the Stockton University campus in Atlantic City, brought to you by the Communication Studies program. This live stream shows us all about Community Day in Atlantic City.
And I am Lydia Kaya JT, a junior here at Stockton University studying communication. Dylan and I are hosting this live stream show today. We will be talking about Atlantic City, Community Day, and a collection of other things that are connected to why we are here today. We will also be hearing from our colleagues in the field who will feature and highlight some of the areas of Atlantic City involving Community Day.
Today, we are going to learn all about Community Day, what it looks like in different communities of Atlantic City, and hear how Stockton first got involved. We are excited that you are joining us today, and please be sure to give us a like and even a shout out in the comments section below. We want to hear where you are joining us from, so be sure to include that. It's important to mention that there's still time to come down and join Community Day in Atlantic City. Activities are going on now, and it is not late to come join in the fun. Centered around O'Donnell Park in the Chelsea district of Atlantic City, the party is happening today from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Volunteers will be provided with a wristband that will enable them to get a free lunch from any one of the multiple food trucks that are down here.
Last year, more than 400 volunteers participated in the community-wide event. In addition to working on cleanups in every neighborhood of Atlantic City, participants also enjoyed a party in O'Donnell Park during the afternoon. There were food trucks, vendors, and music.
Before we go to our field reporters, let's take a minute to explain what we are doing and how we got here.
We are streaming live today from the second floor of the John F. Scarborough Academic Center in Atlantic City. As part of Communication Studies program, we are participating in a pop-up newsroom in the Atlantic City Reporting Innovation Lab, or as we like to call it, CREAL. Dylan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the purpose of this space?
The Community Reporting Innovation Lab is a collaboration between Stockton University and the Press of Atlantic City. When you have a lab within the Communication Studies program, this space is where you come to for additional support and to try out different techniques and ideas. The focus of the labs that we are assigned is Atlantic City, telling restorative narratives about the city itself and its residents. CRIL is used for special instruction, particularly instruction that is hands-on and applied.
Thanks for telling us about the CRIL lab, Dylan. Let's go out to our colleagues who are covering the SIP ward and find out what's happening there.
First, let's check in with Jacqueline Johnstone and Morgan Brennan, who are in O'Donnell Park and can show us what is going on there. Hey friends, what's happening in the park?
Hi, we're here from O'Donnell Park with the Party in the Park.
It's really nice. We're a little bit worried about the weather, but there's a little bit of wind, but otherwise it's really nice out. There's a really good turnout too.
Yeah, we wish it was a little sunnier, but we're glad it's not raining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, we interviewed a couple people, which we'll talk about next. But there's lots of games. There's people playing frisbee,
Cornhole, big Jenga.
Yep. There's some checkers out here too.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a lot of food trucks.
A lot of food trucks, some local restaurants.
We're gonna have to try some later. Vagabonds over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing we were looking at is there's a lot of different vendors selling different things. There's a tarot card vendor right in front of us.
There's a lot of jewelry being sold.
Yeah.
There's some gnomes. Yeah.
There was some gnomes. We saw some gnomes on the way in.
Pretty cute.
Lots of jewelry.
Yeah.
Lots of art as well.
Lots of art installations. Yeah, there's a couple different pieces.
There's one behind us that looks like
you see it?
a butterfly.
Butterfly.
And there's a couple scattered throughout the park. We were speaking to a couple people and they were just saying how they're really glad that the weather's nice today because they were saying rain. But everyone showed up. Everyone's really excited to be
good
here.
turnout.
Good turnout for the weather. And it's really, really good vibes here today in the park.
Yeah. Good times in the park.
Yeah. Can you guys still hear us in the studio? I don't know if can they still hear us in the studio?
Okay, thanks for giving us all that information on what is happening in O'Donnell Park for Community Day. Morgan and Jacqueline are on the journalism track of journalism studies. Hey Dylan, did you know that communication studies has 3 concentrations?
I heard a little bit about that, Lydia, but tell me more.
Okay, so the communication studies program has 3 separate concentrations: media production, public relations, and advertising and journalism. The last track used to be journalism and media studies, but more recently, it became journalism and community storytelling. That's my concentration.
Yes, it's my concentration too.
Yay. We have students working in this pop-up newsroom today that are from all these 3 concentrations. Those volunteers will be in the park after they are done traveling across Atlantic City and cleaning different wards. Isn't that right, Dylan?
Yes, that's right, Lydia.
And last year, there was a pop-up newsroom that happened right here in the Scarborough Academic Center as well. Participants from several classes reported on stories, took photos and videos of the activities, and developed social media focus on the day.
The goal of that pop-up newsroom is to provide coverage for Community Day and to give the communication studies students a taste of working under a deadline. So in addition to this live show that we are conducting currently, there are students who are interviewing people and developing stories, students who are working on social media, and students taking photos and videos of the day.
Let's check back in with the field team. What's happening outside now?
Hey guys. So yeah, it's still really nice out. Like I said, we spoke when we came down here to a couple of the vendors, and they had a lot of really great stuff to say about the event. We spoke specifically to Patty McDonald. She's from the Hydrangea Trail 2.0. They're an organization.
They're a nonprofit organization.
And they're trying to beautify this city with hydrangeas. They're seeking volunteers. So if anyone is interested in volunteering,
they are looking for volunteers.
This is their brochure. And they also have an email. You want to read the email out?
gardensofac@gmail.com.
So that's if you're interested in being a volunteer. She said they're really looking for some. It's a great organization.
Yeah, working on beautifying the city.
Yes. So she was kind of explaining their history and saying like, group of women years ago, every hotel in the area had hydrangeas. It was like a very big thing. And they just kind of continued doing it, especially expanding in Atlantic City. They're planted like at the Boys and Girls Club. I think they're based in Gardens Basin.
Yes, it's a little map.
So yeah, they were just saying it's if they do a fundraiser every year basically to give back.
They're trying to come to as many community events as they can to try and get more volunteers. They're trying to really expand.
Yes, they were out here today and they were giving away for kids, they were giving away coloring books and crowns. Yes, we did get some. Here's the coloring page. And they were also giving out flower seeds, which I think is a really cool idea. So you can especially the weather is getting nice, you can plant the stuff yourself. So yeah, it was a really cool organization. They had a lot of really cool things to say. This is also their second year doing it.
Yeah, they were here last year and they came back because they had such a good time last year and such a good experience.
Yep. So it was really cool talking to them. So if anyone's interested in volunteering, definitely check it out. Check out that email. But yeah, it was really cool to talk to them, hear their experience, and their passion for Community Day.
Yeah, it was great.
We really appreciate your reporting from the field on Community Day, and we loved everything you had to say.
Dylan, did you know that Atlantic City has 6 wards in total?
I did not know that before taking this class. I've learned so much about Atlantic City this semester. Since so many of our projects and labs were focused on Atlantic City, in fact, this is our 6th and final lab, isn't it, Lydia?
Yes, it is. And I'm so glad I decided to come today. It's 17 points right there.
We have been very fortunate in the weather for today. It was predicted to be in the high 50s most of the day, with the sun peeking out from behind the clouds. There's almost no chance of rain, which is great. I can't imagine what would have happened with all these volunteers if there had been rain. There is breeze in Atlantic City, but I imagine since it is a shore town that there is almost always a breeze here. Well, Lydia, I think we are about ready to sign off.
Thanks for being with us today. If you are interested in participating in Community Day this year or at any other time, don't hesitate. There is still time to come down and enjoy the party in the park.
I'm Dylan Kaminsky, Junior Communication Studies student and one of our hosts today for AC Live.
And I am Lydia Kaya JT. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us on AC Live.